Hello everybody, Animation Trainer here, and today we're going to talk about Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. So now we're at the first part of the conclusion to the Harry Potter franchise. And just a brief note here, well, let me just straight out say this. The first hour of the film was awesome, and the last half hour of the film was also awesome. But everything in between is just pretty bland. Yeah. First, let me talk about some of the positives that I have with the film. Like I said, the first hour, everything actually feels really action-packed and awesome, and it feels like what I would expect from something that's titled Deathly Hallows. I mean, that whole sequence with everyone using the polyjuice potion, and then everyone running away from the Death Eaters, and then Harry and Hagrid just running around on that little machine thing. That scene was pretty amazing. And the scene that where they broke into the Ministry of Magic, I did enjoy. That scene was pretty cool. And I also did enjoy how they were trying to like fit into the Muggle world with with how they were trying to find all the Horcruxes. And then the final half hour has one of the most emotional scenes in the franchise. And is pretty action packed once they enter the Malfoy Manor and everything. But as for everything in between, things just, I don't know what happened. While I won't say that it's terrible or anything, I will say that there are things that could have been handled better. I mean, some scenes just drag out for way too long. And maybe it's because they chose to put things into like a two-parter film. Because of this, some scenes drag out for way too long. Yeah. So now I'm starting to feel like they just had to make things longer just so that they can, like, because they need things to stop at that point so that things could continue in Deathly Hallows Part 2. Which, I mean, this film is already 2.5 hours long. I would have been fine if the movie was just playing out 2 hours. I mean, Order of the Phoenix and Deathly Hallows Part 2 are shorter than this. I mean, why couldn't it be, like, around that short? No, we had to put in all that random filler stuff. And, I mean, and I didn't like this in the book either. So don't be complaining saying, "Oh, you're just complaining that they didn't do this in the movie." No, they did this in the freaking book too. What annoys me is I didn't like how they had Ron disappear and then he randomly came back. Yeah, I didn't like how they did that. Yeah. But to be fair, I will say that it is a nice mystery story on how they're trying to find the Horcrux and like how to destroy it and everything. I do like how the mystery is handled with that. But some of the scenes with the tents still drag on for too long. Yeah. Plus sometimes I feel like they try too hard to throw in the romance stories like with Ron and Hermione. I mean, it's not that I don't like the romance story, it's just that they drag it on too much. And it's at the point where I feel like, is this supposed to be Deathly Hallows? I mean, in the title, Deathly Hallows, I feel like it should be a full action-packed adventure. But some scenes are just a little too calm for this. Yeah. Now, the rest of the positives. Like I said, the mystery for the Horcrux definitely worked great, in my opinion. And I did like some of the other scenes, like with Voldemort, and I did like the Ministry enter, and I did like the story of the brothers. And then there are other things I'll talk about in the spoiler section. So yeah. So I guess I should enter the spoiler section now then. So if you haven't seen it, you should well, obviously watch the movie before you watch the spoiler section. Alright. So the first thing I want to talk about in the spoilers is the deaths. I believe there are about like 3 deaths in this entire movie. And well, as that are important, that is. Yeah. The important the random Death Eater deaths do not count because we don't care about them. First off, Moody. Now, to be honest, this one is yeah, this one they barely even exactly like talked about it at all. Like there was like no emotion with this death. I mean, while I did like Moody as a character, in fact, I did think he fights awesome all the time, and I did like his little staff thing that looked pretty cool. But I feel like they didn't put enough emotion with his death. Plus, we don't even get to see his death. Well, I believe it's possible to see his death, but like, it's very unobvious. Like, you'd probably have to replay this clip over and over just to find it. Yeah. Then Hedwig. Now, Hedwig is more emotional, but like I said, they don't make it emotional enough. Like, Hedwig was still very emotional. Like, Hedwig's death was sad. Like, and it was very unexpected. I mean, with Moody, I sort of expected it. Like, I already knew coming into Deathly Hallows that there was gonna be a lot of deaths. But I did not expect Hedwig at all. I in no way expected Hedwig to die at all in this film. And it was just shocking. Yeah. And then Dobby. Dobby's was sad. Definitely sad. And I'm not gonna lie, I almost cried during his death. Yeah. I mean, Dobby's just a cute little elf, and then that scene where Bellatrix just threw the knife at him. I was just... And I feel like they didn't give Dobby enough screen time with it either. I mean, Chamber of Secrets and this movie are the only films that Dobby even appears in. I mean, why didn't they put Dobby in the other films? They could have made it more emotional if they did that. So, and they barely even gave Dobby enough screen time. Yeah. Dobby's... yeah. As of now, I want to say that Dobby is like the saddest death in the series so far. Yes. I mean, it was very emotional. And I like how Harry made the little funeral for him, and then on his grave, I like how they put Dobby the free elf. Yeah. Just sad. Yeah. And then the ending, yes. The ending was just wow. I can't believe Voldemort actually dug up Dumbledore's grave just to get the Elder Wand. Yeah. That was the perfect ending to to part 1. Yeah. For sure it was a good ending to part 1. And sure, it definitely sets up for the second part, but what could you expect from a part 1 series? They're probably gonna do it with other part 1ers too, like Justice League and Avengers Infinity War. Like, the end of Avengers Infinity War Part 1 is probably gonna be Thanos finally getting the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah. So, overall, I'm having a little complication with the ranking. Like, I'm thinking 7 or 10. So, I decided to just, 7 or an 8. So, overall, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I don't think it's, like, as bad as Half Blood Prince. Well, Half Blood Prince wasn't bad. It was just like flawed. But at the same time, I don't like it as much as other films like Goblet of Fire or Sorcerer's Stone or anything. Yeah. But I can't wait for Deathly Hallows Part 2. I know that film's gonna be pretty intense. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. So, goodbye.